Welcome to the musical practice workshop. We have been working on a subject that is very important if we want to be efficient in our chord playing and soloing. Uh, and I'm talking about tensions or colors or extensions. And those tensions, diatonic to they are not diatonic to whatever key you're playing. They are not part of the chord of the basic chords that you are playing. They are non-chord notes, non-chord tones, non-chord tones. However, you can use them to add tensions onto your music, colors to your music, so that your music can have a contemporary flavor. So, but not all the tensions are available for you to play anytime. It depends on the chord, on the particular chord that you're playing. Some tensions may be available for you to play, some may not, depending on the chord type you are playing. For example, but one thing that we need to keep in mind is that as a rule of thumb, any non-chord tone that is located a whole step above a chord tone can be used as a tension. But if the note is located half step above a chord tone, that note is not available as a tension. The note that is a tension that can be available as a tension is located a whole step above a chord tone. Example: C major triad chord. What are the chord tones in C major triad? The chord tones or notes: C, E, G. Those are the normal chord tones in the triad. But now to add colors, to add tensions, you can add non-chord notes over to the triad to make your music sound more contemporary. To tensions, you're going to add tensions to your music, to the chords. So I just told you that any note that is located one whole step, which is two half steps above a chord tone, can be a tension. So C, let's take the chord tone C for example. So which note is located a whole step above C is D. So D is a tension. D is a tension, okay? Okay, now what is then what is the next chord tone in the C triad? That's E. And what is the note that is located a whole step above E? That's F sharp. F sharp is a tension in this case. What is the next note? That belongs to the C major triad. That's G. Okay, what is the note that is located a whole step or 2 half steps above G? That's A. So A is a tension, but C sharp would not be a tension. Okay, and G sharp would not be a tension because they are located a half step above the chord tones, the chord notes. Okay, so there you have it. Okay, so then we can go and that said, we can go ahead and practice a few things here, you and I together. And I'm going to call this video Available Tensions. Available Tensions. Okay, let's play the C major triad. Okay, C, E, G. What is the first tension that is available? That's the D. Okay, D note, and that gives you D. First of all, let me play. Before I play the 9, and let me play the major 7th, which is B. We got C, E, G, and then B. That gives you C major 7th. But in this case, the B is not considered, is not to be considered as a tension. All it does, it just added the major 7 flavor to the triad. Okay, that's part of a 4-note major 7 type chord. In this case, C major 7. So it is better to consider the major 7th B flat as a chord tone as well. Okay, when you have the major 7 chords, you know, consider the 7th as a chord tone as well. And it is this same thing with the 6. Okay, consider the 6 as a chord tone. So now whatever note you add above the 6th and the 7th, those will be tensions. Okay, so C major 7. Okay, we don't have tensions. We have not added tensions yet. Okay. So now we have, let's go back to the C major triad. You just add the 7th to it, and you got C major 7. Then you can add the D. Now you got C major 9. C major 9. And the next one, that's will be a whole step above E. That will be F sharp. That will give you a sharp 11. Okay, I got 9. I got the major 7. I got 9, sharp 11. And the next one is going to be D the note that is located the note that is located a whole step above the fifth G, that's A, so that will be 13 now. Okay, so major 7, C major 7, C major 9, okay, C major sharp 11, or C major 7, 9 sharp 11, and then 13. So you can have C major 7, 9, sharp 11, 13. Okay, but the only thing that one thing that we need to keep in mind, the 6 or 13 and the major 7th, the 7th, they harmonically, you know, we just use them as chord tones, but melodically you can use them as tensions. I'm talking about the major 7th, in this case B, and the 13 in this case, or in the case of C major, I'm talking about the A note, which is 13 or 6 or 13. Those can be those two notes, major 7th and 13. They harmonically they are chord tones, but melodically they can be played as tensions. Okay, so now we have C major 7, C major 7 9, C major 7 9 sharp 11, C major 7 9 sharp 11 13. Okay. Now what about the C minor triad? Okay, that's C, E flat, and G. What are the tensions that are available for you to play? Same concept, same rule. The note has to be located a whole step above a chord tone. Okay, C, we still have D as the 9. Now we got E flat. What is the note that is located a whole step above E flat? That's F. That's F. And then of course we got G, the 5th, and that means we still have A as the available 13 tension. So let's see. This is E minor, C minor triad. C minor triad. If you add B to it, okay. Okay. What do you have now? You have C minor major 7th. Okay. C minor major 7th, because you have a minor third. Not third. You have a minor triad, C minor triad. Then you add B natural to it, which is the major 7th, and now you have C minor major 7th. Okay, now you have the 9 is available to play, which is D. D minor 9. Sorry, C minor 9. Now, above E flat, you got F. So now you're going to you're not gonna play sharp 11 now. You're gonna play 11 because you got E flat and then F is located a whole step above E flat. So that will be 11. So that's D. It's not D. That's C minor 11. And then your next tension will be A. 13. So now you have C minor 9 and then C minor 6 or 13. But most of the time when when you are playing in the context of major and minor, you probably say you use the 6. If you're playing in the context of dominant chord, then you probably you probably use 13. Okay, so now if I play the 9 and then the 11 and the 6 together, that gives me C minor 9, 11, C minor 6, 9, 11. Okay, now what about if I play C major 6, which will be C, E, G, A. If available tensions, we still have the 9, D, we still have above E, F sharp, a whole step above E. Okay, we have F sharp. And then now we don't need to play the 13 or 6 because that's part of the bass chord. So if I'm playing C major 6, my available tensions will be 9, sharp 11, as harmonically. But if I play the 7th over the 6, which is B, that's not it. That's not the tension. I just changed the major 6 sound into major 7th sound. Remember, 6 and 7, we need to think of them as chord tones as opposed to tensions. Okay, so C major 6, C major 7. Okay, that's not the tension, but at the same time, if you play that major 7th note melodically, then you can use it as an independent lead, okay, tension, okay, but not harmonically. All right, so now what about C minor 6? minor 6, what are your available tension? Same rule of thumb, a whole step, the notes that are located a whole step above the chord tones. So let's see, we shall have the 9 above C. Now we got E flat, a whole step above E flat, that's F, that's 11. I don't need 13 because I have 13 or 6 in the bass chord anyway. So now if I'm playing C minor 6, then I can go ahead and play the 9, E, D, and the 11, not sharp 11, the 11. But if I play the B, okay, that will give me C minor 6 major 7. Okay. Now we're gonna play. Let's play C major 7. That's your triad. You add B, then you add B to it. Give you C major 7. What are your available tensions? We still have the 9, which is D. And now the E and the third, from the third, which is E, above the third we have a whole step or 2 half steps above the third we have F sharp, so that's sharp 11. Okay. Oh, sorry, that's D, the 9, and the sharp 11. And in this case you can have 13 or 6 or 13 as well. Okay, C major 7, C major 9, C major 7 sharp 11, C major 7 13. Or I can go ahead and play the 9 sharp 11 and 13 all together. That will give me C major 7 9 sharp 11 13. Okay, now what if I have C major 7 augmented? Augmented, that means I'm gonna raise the 5th half step. In this case, in the case of C major, so that will be sharp, that will be G sharp. G sharp will be sharp 5 or flat 6. So right now, immediately I can see I will not have the 6 available as tension because I'm going to play flat 6. So that would not make that would be some, there's going to be some sort of conflict if I try to use sharp 5, which is flat 6, and then extension tension 13. There will be a conflict. So forget the 13 when I play C augmented major 7. That's C augmented major 7. C augmented major 7. Okay, what are the tensions? What are the tensions that are available for me? Okay, we got the 9. We have the 9 available. that's C major, that's C major 7 augmented 9. And then, okay, we also have the sharp 11 available. That's C major 7 augmented sharp 11. Now if you play, no, sorry, I played the wrong note. Sharp 11 is F sharp. C major 7 augmented sharp 11, F sharp. Now if I play the 9, C major 7 augmented 9, and the 11 and the sharp 11 together, now I have C major 7 augmented 9 sharp 11. Is not available as a tension in this case, because I have flat, I play flat 13, you see. Okay, now what else? I think what else? Let me see what I can play. I think that's it for now, because the next two that I want to go over, it's those are available tensions to available tensions on the minor 7th chords in minor 7 flat 5 chords and dominant 7th chords. What I'm going to do, I'm going to tackle those in my next video.